Yep. So we got a question from Tommy Rogers, and he says, after
Ooh,
switching to the four-stroke, I'm starting to lose interest in riding for some reason. I
wow.
feel bored while riding. Has this ever happened to you, and what did you do to resolve this issue?
Interesting. So he's
Yeah.
so he's losing interest in riding because he switched to a four-stroke.
Yeah. Went from a 125 two-stroke to a 250F.
Hmm.
Yep. And he looks great on it, by the way. He looks way better than he's ever looked.
Hmm.
I'm not super surprised to hear that. So this happens to me in two situations. One, I can get bored on the Stark sometimes because it's so easy.
Define bored.
Where, yeah, I guess that's a good question. So defining bored on the dirt bike, it would be that the challenge of what I'm doing is, I think when you find flow, like the challenge of what you're doing matches the preparation and that of which you're capable of in the moment, and it's nice. Like, right, you just feel like you're in the flow, like you're focused the perfect amount. You don't feel like you're in over your head, but you're focused the perfect amount. When you're bored on the dirt bike, I would describe that as you're just riding a specific speed or a specific type of bike on a certain type of environment, terrain, or track, and it feels too easy.
Mm.
It feels a little bit too easy. Now, there's solutions to that, right? As soon as I say that, everyone's going to be like, well, just go faster. Yes, sure. But there's still some tracks that I ride and some memories that I have of riding on certain bikes in certain areas where I know for sure I've gotten bored. But also that comes with a mindset, and you can shift that mindset to focus on different things so that you're not
Bored.
so it's not boring.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah. What would you say, Al?
I mean, he sounds kind of bummed about it, but I think you could flip the narrative, and I want him to flip the narrative and look at this as a fact that perhaps because he's feeling quote unquote bored is because he's ready to level up with his riding. So perhaps he's reached a ceiling, and he's kind of got to that point where what he's able to do, it's become muscle memory, he's got flow and all these things. He now needs to challenge himself with something new just to kind of step up to that next level. Not necessarily speed. I'm not saying go faster. I'm just saying pick something new to challenge yourself with. Pick a new jump. Pick a turn where you can, even a lap time. Maybe, pick an area on the track that you can do slightly different to improve a lap time. And then reapproach how he looks at this. And I think boredom is always a bit of a funky kind of statement for when you're riding a motocross bike. I can't fathom being bored on a bike, but I can fathom how you could reach a ceiling where you're kind of, you've maxed out at that rung of the ladder, right? So what I suggest is he picks something just to step up and go to the next level. I think it's a positive thing.
I completely agree. I think you just worded that perfectly too. Think about anybody that's bored in any situation. Like, what is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's the way that you're framing it in your mind. So boredom it's kind of a you problem, right? Like,
yeah, that's your favorite saying, isn't it?
you should be able to sit in a chair with no device, nothing around you, nothing exciting to look at, and not be bored. Now, it'd be easy to get bored if you let your mind wander, or you're kind of like waiting for the next thing, or like, there's nothing to look at here. But if you frame your mind correctly and just focus on being present and focus on your breath, whatever it is, the boredom, you won't experience boredom. Right?
And it's also, you can also learn to tap into your imagination in those moments. Like, I often, when the boys come to me and say, look, Dad, I'm bored, I probably annoy them, but I'll say, good, that's a good thing, because now what you can do is you can go and learn to tap into your kind of imagination, your creativity, and go and find something to take that boredom away. So what you're saying is right in the fact that you should be able to sit in a moment and be present and not bored. But also, and I think for Tommy's question, it was Tommy, right? Sorry, forgive me.
Yeah.
For his question, I think it applies the same thing. This is an opportunity for you to kind of go, okay, cool, let's find something new to kind of excite me, right? Let's find something new to challenge me. And I think being bored can be a good thing, because if you choose to look at it that way, you can then step out of that boredom and create something for yourself.
That's great. Allie and I actually just had a conversation because she was a little bit bummed that she said she was playing with Millie doing something and she was finding herself getting a little bored doing the thing. And she's like, well, Millie wouldn't get bored doing that thing. You know, so that is then a you problem. It's an imagination problem, right?
Yeah, so that would be up to Ali in that moment to go, okay, cool. How can we make this better? How can we make this more exciting, more creative, right? And that's only a good thing because it forces you to level up if you look at it that way.
Yeah, that's cool. That's an interesting perspective and very, 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 very true. If you guys enjoyed that podcast clip, you can listen to full episodes on Apple Music and Spotify. And make sure, if you haven't already, join our community inside of the Moto Academy app. Go to themotoacademy.com today. I'll see you guys inside the community.